Today we're going to showcase a new anti-2 Invis Poison Tower base that's been holding really well in Legends League. The base in today's video is built by Sawan, one of the best Legends League builders and a part of the Blueprint team. So, we've got Mr. Base here coming in with Root Rider spam. Got the King and Queen on one side, sending a good funnel. The Royal Champion Siege Barracks on the other, even using a Rage spell there. Unfortunately, the Royal Champion dips out of the Rage spell, but honestly, a pretty normal entry for the Root Rider spam. So, we've got the Druids now. All the replays here are pre-changes to the Druid. So, for instance, these Druids are doing 140 healing per second. So, this attack here is stronger than it would be currently in the game. So, given that this attack doesn't go well, you got a feeling that more attacks with this army won't go as well either. We got an Invis Tower in the center, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Invis Towers in the center. I think a lot of people started to figure them out, but now that people have been using the Super Witch Fireball for a while, and a lot of bases have been running double Rage Towers, double Poison Towers, I think you've got a solid chance of defending with this base style now. So you can see this has honestly been going mostly to plan at this stage, but you can see the attack is just dying out, and with the Druids having less time before it evolves into a bear, this base is only going to get stronger and stronger against this type of army. In fact, I see this base, it did well for Sawan last season. It really only did incredibly on the very last day of the season, but it did well across the board. I can see this base doing extremely well this season, well, until the Halloween troops come out, and then, you know, all bets are off the table. But at least for the moment, this base is holding extremely well. Nice defense here. These Super Barbs are not going to get the 3-star. That's a 1-star defense against Root Rider spam. Now, Dragon Clone is obviously going to remain unaffected by the nerf to the Druid, because no one uses it with this army. And one thing Dragon Clone is really good at is dealing with these bases with the Invis Towers in the core, because you've got the Giant Arrow at the start to activate it. So you're going to see the attacker here comes in with the Drag Clone. So far, a lot of things in the attacker's favor. Instant Warden Pop, going to deal with almost everything important on the base here. But the Tornado Trap is set up perfectly for that. Not only that, look at the Queen on the far left side. She's not going to get much value at all, neither is the King. The Blimp has been fully countered, doesn't really get any value whatsoever. And the good thing about it is people have to pop the Warden ability early there because of the amount of damage in the area. So it'd be very hard to get your Blimp through that. Now, obviously, you could enter from somewhere else, but then you risk leaving up that Eagle Artillery and Poison Tower till later in the battle. And as you can see here, this attack has not gone to plan at all. The dragons are going around. There still is plenty of dragons. I mean, this army is still incredibly difficult to stop, but if you can bait it, then obviously you're off to a good start. We got the dragons on the right-hand side. Those Clune Balloons are about to end here, and the base will be cleaned up by the Royal Champion. Now, obviously not going to get the 3-star from here, but the Town Hall will unfortunately go down. There's not really much we can do to stop the Rocket Spear. Look at that, by the way. The CC is in the core of the base, so if you don't get the the Blimp to take down the core of the base and the dragons to deal with the CC, there is definitely a chance for a 1-star here. Thankfully for this attacker, gets kind of saved by the Ice Golems leaving his Royal Champion alone. That was actually one of the rare scenarios where having the Fox with the Royal Champion when you're using the Rocket Spear in the core of the base is actually better than the Diggy, because the Diggy would have kept the Ice Golems nice and close. But big defense here, not even a time fail, a straight up defense against an army that should counter this base. Now, if you do want to purchase a Legends base from Sawan, which I definitely recommend, head to the website, go shop, click on Town Hall 16 Pro bases, and then Town Hall 16 Legends base will come up. And you can select from who here. I'm going to pick Sawan with this one. Let's see if he can get me some good defenses. Now, whilst this army did get nerfed, obviously we still need to worry about Super Witch Fireball a bit. And I'm going to pause it right here, because I'm sure a lot of you going, Hooked, why doesn't the attacker here just place the Warden right there? You guys can see what I'm clicking. Put an Invis spell on the Warden and Fireball all that. And the reason they don't want to do that is because even if you keep even if you get that fireball to work, which you will, it's going to be very hard to keep your warden alive afterwards, because there's going to be 3 heroes. You might kill the queen if you're lucky, but she should kind of pull over with the warden there. So it's going to be so hard to keep your warden alive with the rage gem. So you're going to see a few attackers go for this sort of fireball instead, and it's just nowhere near as effective because it's much harder to get it all the way to the eagle artillery. In fact, another replay I had on this base that I won't show in today's video was someone started the warden here and tried to target the expo and struggled to do that because the wizard tower that's sitting right here kind of got in the way. Now the attacker here did try and get it to go to the eagle, but it's just super difficult to do. Another thing is fireballing the eagle. If you're only bringing 1 earthquake, even if you've got a max fireball, you won't finish the eagle artillery off. So look, he did get good value with the fireball. I believe, yeah, he's taken down the defensive queen with that, but not a good funnel at all. And if there's something we know about Super Witches, it's not about value you need with the fireball. We need a funnel, and these single infernos are going to work. And honestly, this entry could not have gone much worse. And yeah, this is not going to go as well. Super Witches are really good when they've got a good funnel. You take away the good funnel, and they're honestly... They're not the strongest troop in the world at all. They're not like Root Riders where they can just kind of push their way through the base. No, these Super Witches need help, and the single Inferno is burning them up. I believe that's 2 of the Super Witches down already. Now, I don't know if I've said this. If I haven't, I'll say it again. These replays are pre-update. These replays are pre-update. So these Druids you see here, they're doing an insane amount of healing. 140 heal, plus the Rage Gem, plus a Rage Spell as well, potentially. Imagine this post-update or post-balance changes now. Probably got a good chance. Now, obviously, we don't really know exactly what's coming with the Clash of Ween event, whether we're going to get a Lava Loon troop with it at all. I guess we'll have to find out. If so, this base, you know, it might not hold forever, but at least for the next little bit until people start using the events troops, and also in the November season. That's a whole other thing. I think this base is extremely strong and definitely has a place. On the last day of the season, Sawan got 3 1-star defenses with this in the 5900s to get a nice finish. And look at that, the Town Hall staying up to the very end. Royal Champion tries her best, but she cannot do enough. Now, the base link for this will be down in the description below. If you enjoyed this base, this week we've released a lot of Legends League bases. I think we did a video on Stars and Klaus's Legends League base from last season. We also did a video on the top Legends League bases from the September season. So if you want some Legends bases, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you can get them all. In terms of defensive CC, the best defensive CC in the game at the moment is 2 Ice Golems, 3 Headhunters, and 2 Goblins. You can also use 3 Ice Golems, or if you want to be different, run an Ice Hound. That's one of the CCs that it very much annoyed me.